Hello, hello, hello! Welcome to everyone on YouTube. Welcome to the hottest day of the year. By a lot. So it's 40 degrees in London today. 40 degrees in London. It's warm! So I missed coming out for a ride yesterday. I had no spoons, truth be told. So I spent most of the day watching Inventing Anna, which was batshit crazy. Very dramatised, based in some truth, about a Russian girl who'd moved to Germany as a child, and then from there went to Paris, London and then New York, pretending to be an heiress, multi-millionaire heiress with a $60 million trust fund, or 60 million euro trust fund, and proceeded to scam the crap out of New York's glitterati and financial institutions. Very amusing. And so it's 9 episodes, which is weird for Netflix. Normally you get 8 or shitloads more, but 9. And the first 8 were brilliant, absolutely riveting, and I would have said to everyone at that point, totally go and watch it. None of the characters are particularly likeable, but my God, what's going on? You want to know what happens. And then episode 9 came along and it was shite. Just utter shite. It was like it was written and made as an afterthought or by someone else, and they were trying to retcon the entire previous 8 episodes and act as though we hadn't seen what we'd just seen, and it was just weird, really strange, terrible writing. It was awful. So now it's like, well, can I recommend it or not? It was 8 fantastic episodes, and then this terrible last episode that just felt like it didn't belong. Weirdness. So I have done some servicing to the C5, which is one of the reasons I didn't come out yesterday. I just couldn't be arsed. Didn't have the spoons to face doing the work. So I've cleaned and rebuilt the right rear bearing again. Fucked with the brakes a lot to balance them between ability to brake and not rubbing. And the biggie is I've serviced the motor. So I stripped the gearbox from the motor and the bearing that's contained within it, cleaned the whole lot, white spirits, clean out all the grease, isopropyl alcohol, clean out all the white spirits, dry it all up, clean it all up, re-grease it, put it all back together, and there was a slight grinding sound that had been coming from the bearing, and it was just a bit of grit had got into the bearing and it just needed a clean. Nothing, it takes time, maybe an hour and a half in all I spent doing the whole thing. None of it's complex, it just takes time. The only thing that's a bit tricky is cracking open the gearbox casing itself. You need 6 matchsticks, and you then sort of pop it open. There's a sort of trick, there are videos on YouTube that show you how to do it, and there is a bit of a trick to it, but it's eminently doable. It looks like there's going to be, probably won't show up very well on the camera, a small fairground opening up over there. Normally they're over there. The large one is over across there where that red bus is. But I guess there's a small one popping up for the summer holidays, or at least the start of the summer holidays. Chuffing hell, it's warm. I have a hat on to protect my head, and sunscreen to stop me from bursting into flames. as it is just about all I can do to not burst into flames right now. I really ought to have been out yesterday. It would have been a Sunday. The world would have been an incredibly busy place. There would have been lots of people to meet and chat to and interact with. But we are where we are, or I am where I am, depending on how you want to look at it. It is what it is. Cheers. Yeah, how does that ice cream van get there? There are all the bollards. There's a post there. How the hell does he get in? I'd love to know. Which bit of the world that they shouldn't drive over do they drive over? So yeah, 40 degrees, it's about 104 Fahrenheit, depending on what flavour you measure your temperatures in. For me, when it's cold, it's in centigrade or Celsius, whichever, they're the same pretty much, aren't they? And when it's hot, it's in Fahrenheit. So up to about 15, 20 centigrade, it's in centigrade. After that, once you get to about 70 Fahrenheit, I start measuring temperature, hotness in Fahrenheit for my frame of reference. It's really quiet here for this afternoon, even for a Monday. I'm guessing the weather has reached that point of, it goes beyond, it's nice, let's all go to the park, to, fuck this, it's too hot, I'm staying in the shade. There are a few people around. Seems to be two polar opposites, actively out in the sun looking to get some sun, shirts off, the whole 9 yards, or hiding in the shade. Gotta be honest, it's a bit bastardy, but I judge the crap about people bringing out their dogs in weather like this. The tarmac, the pavement will be way too hot for them to walk on. Take them out in the morning, let them do the business, and let them hide away in the shade the rest of the day. A couple of days of not going for a walk won't do them any harm. Hey man. Must not go and buy ice cream, must not go and buy ice cream, must not go and buy ice cream. But there's like literally no queue. One of these days I'll remember to check the Port of London Authority schedule for the arrival and departure of the liners. Not much going on the river today. There's a speedboat over there, looks like, would that be a rib? Rigid hull inflatable boat. I don't know. Oh, so begins the squeaking, for fuck's sake. I can't wait to fit the disc brakes. It'll eliminate all this bullshit. Hey. Alright, man. Alright, mate. That looks like fun. Yeah, that'll do hells better than this though. 15. It's alright. You can only find them on eBay these days. They tend to go for between 700 and 1,000, depending on, well, just depending on who's selling it. Yeah, it's alright. How much are those? Oh, right, okay. But then I'm guessing that'll go up a hill without thinking twice about it. Modern motor in that, you see. This is from 1985.
1985?
Yeah. Really early attempt at making an electric vehicle that bombed horribly. But nowadays it's not such quite a crazy idea. Yeah, it's right, it's a laugh. It's like a cross between a bicycle and an electric go-kart. Yeah. Have a good one, boys. So I can feel that the rear brake has tightened up. So when I get into the park, I'm going to adjust that. Bless him, he was letting me out, but it is indeed, yeah.
How is it?
Fun. It's a good laugh, though. That'll go up hills a lot better than this.
Looks great.
Thanks. I'm just going to sit and wait for the lights to go red. Oh, fuck it, that'll do. I'm off. Yep, it's definitely sluggish again. So I would guess that's why it's also squeaking more at the back, that the rear brake somehow has tightened up. I don't see how. There we go. Yeah, it's definitely, there's weirdness occurring with the rear brake, and that's what's going on. If I give the brake sort of a harder pull, you can feel it loosen off, and it stays loose for a little while, and then it tightens up again. Very strange. Hello there. Yeah, that's the brake tightening up again. That's why it's squeaking. So it's like the brake's ever so almost on the borderline of engaged the whole time. These fucking things. I'll stop off here in the shade and adjust the brake cable. Right, this'll do. Yeah, it's so weird. Right. Let's fuck with this a bit. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it by hand because I tightened it up using a spanner. Ouch, that's really fucking hot. That music's going to get me a copy strike, copyright claim. I'm going to pause this. Right, the question is now, do I have a back brake? Yes, it looks like I still do, just about. Right, it's mosey. Yep, still got a rear brake. Skirt, skirt. Burnt my thumb knuckle. Burnt myself. Small bit on the, I don't know what to call it, the heatsink, I guess, for the brake. The drum brake has this large sort of circular piece of metal that looks like a disc, but it's not. Disc brake. And it's just there as a heatsink, and it gets frickin' hot. Oh, clear. Where it's easy to forget just how uphill this actually is, this little section. I have blue rubber gloves that I use when I'm working in the garage and on this and whatever. And what was I super gluing? Oh yeah, I have a head torch, and the pad had come off it. And I was having to super glue it back to the base plate of it, and ended up super gluing the glove to me. So I have rubber permanently super glued to me for a while. Just checking the GoPro. Yep, still here. What's the time? Okay, it's 4:30, so I guess everyone's still at work. and lectures at the university over the way haven't finished yet. I wonder if no, it wouldn't make the cable go tight. That's the word. Taut and then slack. Because I was going to say, I wonder if part of it is as the back brake gets really hot, if the part of the hub contracts ever so slightly. 2 seconds, I have a notification. I'm going to check this because I am actually waiting on an important message. Sorry, I'm going to cover I'm just going to pause the stream. BRB. Right, the question is now, do I have a back brake? Yes, it looks like I still do, just about. Right, let's mosey. Yep, still got a rear brake. Skirt, skirt. Burnt my thumb knuckle. Burnt myself. Small bit on the I don't know what to call it, the heatsink, I guess, for the brake. The drum brake has this large sort of circular piece of metal that looks like a disc, but it's not. Disc brake. And it's just there as a heatsink, and it gets frickin' hot. Oh, clear. Where it's easy to forget just how uphill this actually is, this little section. I have blue rubber gloves that I use when I'm working in the garage and on this and whatever. And what was I super gluing? Oh yeah, I have a head torch, and the pad had come off it. And I was having to super glue it back to the base plate of it, and ended up super gluing the glove to me. So I have rubber permanently super glued to me for a while. Just checking the GoPro. Yep, still here. What's the time? Okay, it's 4:30, so I guess everyone's still at work. And lectures at the university over the way haven't finished yet. I wonder if... No, it wouldn't make the cable go tight. That's the word. Taut and then slack. Because I was going to say, I wonder if part of it is as the back brake gets really hot, if the part of the hub contracts ever so slightly. 2 seconds, I have a notification. I'm going to check this because I am actually waiting on an important message. Sorry, I'm going to cover the... I'm just going to pause the stream. BRB. So a friend of mine has recently, he just sent me a message, has recently bought himself his first electric car. He's been a real petrol head. He had a V8 Camaro, and then a Subaru Impreza, and then a Fiesta ST, and this was his first electric vehicle. And he was just messaging me saying, one more plus for going electric, that because it's got all of the latest sort of techno gadgets in it, he can turn on the aircon remotely. So he was able to, wherever they were or wherever they were parked or whatever, turn the aircon on for 10 minutes before they got into the car, get into the car, and it's already nice and cool. That's kind of funky. And obviously you can do the converse in the winter. That dude is ripped. Well, he may not be ripped, but he's fucking hench. Wow, that's quite impressive. That doesn't occur overnight. I'm still trying to get the rubber off my thumb. I might have to just accept that it lives there for now. Well, this isn't exactly thrilling content, is it? Let me bugger off and go up to the top of the park for a while. Turn it on, big splash. Someone back there is smoking some really strong weed or similar. No disrespect to anyone pushing their bike up this hill. I've ridden up it, it's horrible. Nice Maserati, nice colour. Pause up here and let it cool down a bit. That hill in this temperature is pretty punishing.
So far.
Hello there. It's cheating, it's got a motor in it.
Ow.
There's an electric motor underneath it.
You see?
Oh, you can't really see it, it's under here, it's behind there, there's an electric motor in there.
That's cheating.
It is, isn't it?
But you win.
I did just. So it's like a cross between a bicycle and an electric go-kart.
And it's an electric skateboard.
It's not a skateboard, no. But they look like fun. Right, let's go around in circles for a minute. I totally get it in weather like this. And you're on a motorbike, you do not want to be wrapped up in leathers. But fuck me, shorts, t-shirt and pair of trainers is literally just a death wish. You see them out without even having gloves on or anything. And it looks like it's such a bad idea, bless them. If you come off a motorbike, the first thing you do is that, to save yourself. Do that at 40 miles an hour. Oh, I don't even need to describe the grimness that will occur. Oof. I had a bike for several years when I was about 19, 20, 21. Damn, that was so much fun. I had something called a TDR 250. It was a two-stroke. It had the engine from the TZR 250 racing bike, but in an upright sort of supermoto style package, like those sort of Paris-Dakar bikes, but slightly smaller and lighter, with this 250 engine in it. It was nuts. It did 0 to 60 in about 4 seconds. It was utterly insane. Me at 19, 20 years old absolutely should not have had access to that much hooliganism in one small space. It was the most fun you could ever have with your clothes on, it really was. Looks like I got away with it today. The motor didn't overheat, so I'm guessing, even on a day like today with these temperatures, so I'm guessing what was going on the other day was to do with the brakes rubbing, not being set quite right. Yeah, the sooner I fit the disc brake, the better. It'll resolve so many issues, I think, and be a better brake. Where to go? Because I wouldn't mind actually going down to the bottom of the park after work is out. See if it's more lively. Oh fuck it, I'm just going to go around in circles up here. I'll go to the standard, then come back across this way or something. Just go for a ride. If I'm asking you guys to come with me, I should at least do something. That was me adjusting the flag. Steering like I'm drunk. That'd be a first. I haven't been drunk since I was 17. I am not a drinker. I am what back in the day was called straight edge, so I don't drink, I don't smoke, don't take drugs. Hardcore, innit? But I was more a fan of West Coast hardcore than East Coast hardcore, like Youth of Today and stuff like that. I preferred the more melodic West Coast hardcore, DI, that sort of thing. I love the Misfits, although they're from New Jersey, aren't they? DRI, first gig I ever went to was DRI, Napalm Death and Holy Terror. What a lineup, what an absolutely incredible lineup. If I wasn't on the road, I'd let those lads have a go. So I think this school might have broken up for the summer already, which is why it's nice and quiet and safe down this road. I guess also it's a bit later in the day, so there is that too. That stretch specifically is where I wish I had a bit more torque on this. Wish I could do 20. It would be a bit safer in traffic around the one-way system. Okay, there's nothing behind it at all. just going to pause a sec. I have a message. Like I say, I am waiting for something kind of important. BRB. Okay, it's not the message I was waiting for. Sorry, my flag's a big old tangled mess. There we go. Given that it's no small part of my attempt to stay alive on the road, I like to make sure it's being maximum flag. I haven't decided how I feel about the indicator beeping. I might swap it back to a non-beeping indicator. Hello again. I'm going to say they must be very, very hot birds. All they have to do is get in the water. Except for the crows and the pigeons, bless them. You can hear the rear wheel squeaking again, and it's giving me the yellow light when it should be on green. Yeah, it's definitely to do with the rear brake. There is I discovered that it's hard, there's something is rubbing against something else. It's hard to sort of explain and describe what's going on within the rear brake mechanism when you can't see it, but there is a part of the brake mechanism that is rubbing against the hub itself. So obviously it's like there's an ever so slightly permanent braking effect, and it shouldn't be touching. And I don't really know why it is, but it is. And yeah, once again, brake disc will completely resolve this. I messaged the guy who was selling me a rear wheel that I can drill into and modify, so I can keep this one original, just put it aside safely, keep the original one safe. Not that I can ever picture myself putting it back to stock, but one could. I'm not doing anything to it that can't be returned to standard. That place looks like they do the sugar-free Tango Ice Blast. Damn, I need to go. Absolutely need to go there. Guilt-free Ice Blast. Ah, fucking traffic. There goes all my momentum. Bugger. Damn, this is difficult. I've been lucky almost every time I've come through that roundabout and haven't had to stop. Trying to get moving up a hill, that's not easy. So this is about 20 miles an hour. I measured it coming down this hill using Strava the other day. And this is a comfortable speed. I don't feel particularly fraught in this. and just a bit better for, it's a bit of a better speed at keeping up with traffic. Just feels safer. Now gravity is not so much on my side, and I go back down to about 14, 15. This reminds me of a film that I watched back in the 80s. I think it was Michael Caine, Billy Connolly, I want to say Leonard Rossiter, but I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure he was in it. Called Water. It was set on this fictional island called Cascara. It was a British colony, unsurprisingly, populated by people who wanted us to fuck off. But it was a comedy, and very much taking the piss out of us, being in places we're not supposed to be. And there was just this one scene that always stuck with me, and it was Radio Cascara. The freedom fighters had the radio station, I think, or something like that. And it was, and the weather today in Cascara, it's hot! And that is today's weather forecast. Damn, now I can't stop thinking about that sugar-free Tango Ice Blast has got my name all over it. It's going to be like 0 calories, utterly guilt-free. You can eat, drink, eat, have as much of that as your brain freeze can handle. I wish I'd spotted it sooner when I was going by. I absolutely would have stopped for one. Hey, look at all these line bikes, 4 of them. This last month I've seen, even less than that to be honest, I've seen loads of, mostly the e-bikes, but the occasional e-scooter, oh this is getting overheating now, god damn it, the occasional e-scooter out around this area. They never used to be out this far. This is giving me the warning. Stop. Right, so I shall pull in up here in the shade, wait out the overheat warning, but thank you all for coming along for the ride. If you make it this far into the video, comment it's hot. Yeah, that's my stream for today. I'll almost certainly be back out tomorrow, so come along for that if you can. And I'm C5 Live UK. I'll see you around. Like, share, subscribe. Bye bye.